we are jumping straight into breaking news with a story that has shocked the city. An alleged TikTok antagonist has been charged with murder and manslaughter after allegedly stabbing a 17-year-old to death right on a New York City street. Detectives are zeroing in on Andrew Tollunch, 22, who faces serious charges stemming from his provocative posts on the social media platform. We dive into the details of this dangerous situation and what led to this tragic confrontation.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSockets Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we look at a story of incredible achievement and compassion. A Thornton Academy senior named Lindsay Levesque has earned a full-ride scholarship to St. Joseph's College of Maine simply by posting a video on TikTok. This is the first winner of the college's Make Mercy Real challenge, showing how online action can lead to real-world opportunities. Find out how Levesque's commitment to service and her work as a CNA trainee paved the way for this major win. Our next segment tackles the wild world of online influence and massive financial deals. We investigate the troubling situation surrounding TikTok influencer Khaby Lame and a reported $975 million deal that is now raising serious scam concerns. The details of this reported merger and the sudden collapse of associated stock are complex, and we explore why major brokerages are now restricting trading. And finally, we are diving deep into the psychology of social media culture with the What About Me effect. Creator Sarah Lockwood is shedding light on how people make everything about themselves online, and we examine the impact of this behavior on genuine conversations about equity and inclusion. Don't miss this crucial discussion on how we can all develop better self-awareness in our digital lives. Stay with us for the rest of the news. New York City police have charged a 22-year-old man with murder, manslaughter, and criminal possession of a weapon following the death of a 17-year-old outside his apartment building. The suspect, identified as Andrew Tollunch, is accused of stabbing the victim to death on Wednesday in the Bronx. Authorities indicated that the incident was linked to Tollunch's activities on the social media platform TikTok. Police stated that Tollunch has been sought after neighborhood teenagers had been gathering outside his residence, confronting him and calling him out in relation to his posts. According to the investigation, the victim, identified as Jonathan Milo, was part of a group that approached the suspect's building. The interaction reportedly escalated, leading Tollunch to retrieve a knife, exit, and allegedly stab Milo in the back. Milo was transported to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. Tollunch has a prior unsealed arrest record concerning an alleged rape of a minor in 2025 and has had previous interactions with law enforcement stemming from social media content. Tollunch is scheduled to appear in court on Friday. A Thornton Academy senior has secured a full-ride scholarship to St. Joseph's College of Maine by participating in a viral TikTok challenge. Lindsay Levesque from Arundel was named the first winner of the college's Make Mercy Real challenge, an initiative designed to identify students who actively embody compassion rather than just discussing values. Prospective students were invited to document how they demonstrate compassion and action in their daily lives through social media. Levesque was selected by St. Joseph's College's vice president, Haley Thompson, for her clear passion for service. Levesque, who maintains a 3.94 GPA and is currently enrolled in the Certified Nursing Assistant program at the Biddeford Regional Center of Technology, plans to pursue a nursing degree at SJC. Thompson emphasized the significance of Levesque's achievement, stating that seeing a student actively working as a CNA trainee win the scholarship perfectly embodies what St. Joseph stands for. The college noted that the challenge highlights a strong pipeline between Maine's technical education centers and higher education, particularly in high-demand fields like healthcare. Levesque explained her motivation for the video, revealing that her initial focus was on nursing homes. Her TikTok features her visits to residents, sharing the connections she forged during her clinical courses and her mission to be someone residents can talk to. Beyond her studies, Levesque volunteers by mentoring middle school students and participating in National Honor Society events. She actively engages with the community by distributing care packages to nursing home residents, which included puzzles, books, and warm items. Levesque stressed that the true purpose of these actions is presence, taking time to listen and affirm that residents are valued. She noted that meaningful social interaction is crucial, as studies indicate residents in facilities face elevated risks of depression. Awarded the 4-year scholarship during a ceremony at her high school on April 30, Levesque's award covers tuition, room, and board. In addition to her nursing coursework, she is also looking forward to joining the women's volleyball team. TikTok superstar Khaby Lame's reported $975 million deal, intended to solidify his position among social media elites, is now raising significant concerns about potential fraud. Lame, the Senegalese-Italian influencer boasting 160 million followers, reportedly signed the landmark agreement in January. However, months later, the details of the transaction have become clouded by conflicting information. The deal was structured around a merger between Step Distinctive Limited, the entity monetizing Lame's brand, and Rich Sparkle Holdings, a publicly traded firm based in Hong Kong. The arrangement was designed to allow everyday investors to participate in Lame's business, reportedly including licensing rights to his AI-generated digital twin. Following the announcement, Rich Sparkle's stock experienced a surge, but this enthusiasm quickly faded as the stock subsequently collapsed by more than 90%. The core of the controversy lies in a contradiction regarding the deal's completion. Rich Sparkle issued a press release in January declaring the transaction finalized, yet the company's own SEC filing 2 months later described the acquisition as contingent on certain conditions. Furthermore, court documents have not yet confirmed that the deal has been finalized, and there is no public record indicating that Lame received the 75 million shares that were allegedly part of the agreement. In response to the mounting uncertainty, major financial brokerages, including Interactive Brokers, Merrill Lynch, Fidelity, E-Trade, Vanguard, and Charles Schwab, have restricted or blocked trading in Rich Sparkle's stock. Since the initial news broke in January, Lame has remained silent on the deal's status and has removed Rich Sparkle's stock ticker from his online profiles. Henry Carter, managing partner at Jamestown Capital, suggested the situation warrants suspicion, stating, "I think this whole thing is a scam, to be honest." A pervasive trend on social media platforms like TikTok involves users responding to content by framing it around their personal circumstances, a phenomenon dubbed the "what about me" effect. This behavior, where individuals find a way to make content about themselves or seek accommodations for nuanced personal situations rather than recognizing the content's broader audience, is gaining significant attention. TikTok creator Sarah Lockwood, who coined the term, describes the effect as seeing something that doesn't pertain to them and attempting to make it relevant to their experience. She highlighted this with a viral bean soup recipe where comments focused on dietary restrictions, such as not liking beans, instead of engaging with the recipe itself. Lockwood compared this to seeking gluten-free bread videos when she has a gluten intolerance. Mental health professional and digital creator Micheline Malouf also discussed the effect, noting how people react to advice regarding conditions like anxiety and ADHD. She cited instances where individuals question the advice based on their personal health status, illustrating the "what about me" dynamic. Experts suggest the root of this trend is multifaceted. Jessica Maddox, a social media expert, differentiates between the "what about me" effect and legitimate discussions on equity and inclusion. She argues that when the topic is identity or access, inclusion is necessary, but when it is a specific, non-universal preference, such as a recipe, the effect is more pronounced. Maddox suggests this behavior is fueled by a highly individualistic culture in the U.S., where people are socialized to prioritize the self. Furthermore, the highly tailored nature of social media algorithms contributes by pushing content that assumes relevance to the user, potentially leading to a solipsistic view where the self is the center of all knowledge. Lockwood and Maddox caution that attributing this behavior solely to poor critical thinking overlooks deeper cultural and infrastructural dynamics. They suggest that the tendency to shame others for sharing non-universal experiences can stem from egocentrism or insecurity. Creators receiving these comments have options: address the query, acknowledge the comment without a full answer, or choose not to respond to potentially rude remarks. Ultimately, experts encourage audiences to pause and question if online content truly applies to them, emphasizing that a vast array of content exists for everyone.